Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. To help keep this podcast free, we're partnering with Stokes Seeds. Pre-plan your indoor seed starting program with the help of Stokes' 2017 Gardening Guide and their online articles. Whether you're adding texture through foliage, choosing a new variety for a splash of color, developing an existing garden, or starting from scratch, Stokes Seeds has some great catalog and online resources to help you through the process. Enjoy gardening tips and gardening trend forecasting from their garden writers and favorite chef. More than just a listing of vegetable and flower seeds, the Stokes Seeds website is a complete resource center with valuable information on seed starting, planting, harvesting, plus all the gardening accessories you need to make your garden the envy of the neighborhood. Get growing with Stokes. We'll have more to come from Stokes Seeds in the next few weeks. For now, today's gardening question. Helen sent us an email this week to planttalkradio.com. She goes, when I was a kid, we had onions that came up very early in the spring. We'd cut them off at ground level and get little white and green blades. I would like something like that would come up each year. Where can I find that kind of onion that I can enjoy very early in the spring?
Helen, not many people stump me completely, but I don't know enough about onions to be specific on varietal. There are onions sold in the garden center as little tiny seedlings in the spring. I am quite comfortable that I have talked to people on rare occasion that come back to pick up thus and so that they found would do pretty much what you have enjoyed. By the time they would dig the onion, it's a pretty good sized bulb in the ground, and so on. But I really don't know enough about onions to help much more. Sighting would be a good, well-drained, sunny spot. That helps with the regrowth. Onions can come through the winter and grow on up. I happen to have a couple of varieties of, we'll call them horticultural onions. They are edible. They wouldn't kill you, but you wouldn't plan to use them. But they're short little fellows, and then that's one group that are in the yellow and orangey red shades. And then I have also the giant allium, and A-L-I-U-M, allium is onion, regardless of where you are in the world. And then there are the very, very many cultivars of it. A large bulb of allium planted in the spring at about $10-12 each. Where you think, whoa, wait a minute, I can buy them at the grocery store. No, you can't buy this one, because it sends up a stem 2.5-3 feet tall, if it's in the good sun and so on. Sends out a flower that spans easily 7 or 8 inches round, a beautiful color, stands out mid-height in the garden. I think any onion can do that, but I wish I knew for sure.
Yeah, it sounds like she takes the tops off and wants to leave the bulbs in all year. Can you do that with, are most onions are going to be like a perennial?
Yes, most onions can be perennial. Now, they cycle. The same bulb doesn't live on, but it can send out side shoots. It can send up plants over a period of time, especially, just based on these ornamental type onions. I think any of the big yellow or white varieties, but I wish I could be more specific. I know only, and I've got to digress, but my mother won Best of Show in a garden show one time with 3 onion tops that had caught a drift of 2,4-D and caused them to curl in most unusual ways, put them in a flat dish-like thing as a desperation thing at 3 o'clock in the morning to get ready for the show. And crazy as it was, took Best of Show with it. So I know onions. This was a spring show. I know onions can do a lot of things, including being cut off and send up new tops.
Hey, thanks again for listening to the podcast. Remember, you can pre-plan your indoor seed starting program with the help of Stokes' Gardening Guide and their online articles. For the best selection of vegetable, flower, and herb seeds available, go to stokesseeds.com. Cultivating successful growers for generations.
Circle270media.com